K24 alfagiri, a big thank you for staying tuned since 6 o'clock in the morning until right now. And we hope that you're enjoying all the segments and everything that we've packaged for you this Thursday morning. Well, as you know, today being a Thursday, we have to discuss matters of relationship. And today, as I told you earlier, we are going to be asking the big question. Just what exactly do men look for in a woman? What exactly do men look for in a woman? And that's the same question that we have on our social media platforms. Please give us your remarks right there. Our Facebook page is K24TV. Instagram and Twitter is at K24TV. What exactly do men look for in a woman? Joining me in this conversation is a very good friend of ours, and that's none other than RB Robert Burale.
Yes.
Karibu sana. How are you?
Thank you very much.
Looking sharp as always.
I try, yeah?
Do you ever not try?
Maybe when I'm asleep. Thank you so much.
All right. Karibu sana.
Thank you for having me.
We are so happy to have you. Please tell us what you do.
Whoa, I do many things. I'm an image consultant.
Yeah.
I'm a life coach. I am an inspirational speaker.
Yes.
Author.
Yeah.
Minister of the gospel.
Wow.
Actor.
Oh, yes, actor.
Yes, and
We've
PR
actually
and
acted in so
yes, we've
many
done work
movies
together. Yes.
Yes.
We should do some more together.
Right, we should, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And I'm a PR and marketing strategist as well.
All right.
Yes.
We're so happy to have you.
Thank you, my dear.
Big question today. What exactly do men look for in a woman?
Wow, many things. Men want a woman who understands herself and not necessarily being too loud. You know, people mistake that if you're a loud woman, then you know who you are. No, not at all. It's an inside job when you know what you're made of. A man wants a woman who is not looking for a man to complete her, but to complement her.
Okay.
Yes, and I know many people think a man or men want women who are not complete so that they're dependent on the
Absolutely,
man.
yes.
No, that's not the truth. If you realize the kind of woman a man will marry is the woman who is complete. The kind of woman who a man will go clubbing with is a woman who is not complete.
Oh.
Yes. So there are two categories, and you have to understand that.
Yeah.
And I know many people might not understand this or may not take it very well, but there's a category of women men would just want to hang around with for social gatherings. But then there's a category of a woman who a man looks as wife material.
Okay, so
This is the kind of woman
Yes.
I will take to my mother. But this is the kind of woman I
I'll
will
take
introduce
to
to
my
my boys. Yes.
So demystifies the characters in these two women.
Number one, for the women who the men will just call, and I'm not saying that the women who will eventually get married don't go for social meetings with men, no. But largely the women who, when a man just calls you time for clubbing, trip to out of town, and he's with his boys, then you have to understand he has put you in a category that long term is not on you, you understand? But when a man calls you and wants to spend time with you to discuss short-term, mid-term, and long-term plans, a man who opens his heart to you is a man who looks at you as wife material. Because for a man to open up to a woman, he must trust that woman.
Okay.
And you will not trust somebody with your long-term aspirations while you are looking at her as a short-term thing.
All right. And ladies, I want you to ask all the questions that you have.
I will answer all of them, naked truth.
Arbi is here, so please just ask all the questions that you have. Any doubts that you might have, please shoot them up on our social media platforms. And also, men, contribute and tell us what exactly you look for in a woman. And Arbi, I know you have said that when a man is opening up to you, that means, you know, they're looking at you as a wife material and someone that they want to spend a long time with.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But we've had cases of, you know, even men going ahead to introduce you to their parents, but still doesn't lead to anything. Yeah.
Yes. The key thing is not only when he introduces you to his parents. That is not the main thing. If a man can be vulnerable with you, you know you have something. It's not even largely about introducing to the parents. It's a vulnerability. Men will tell you, that's why men are dying of depression, because men don't talk. We don't even talk to our fellow boys on our very deep issues, especially where we need to strip ourselves naked, for lack of a better word. But if I have confidence to tell you, hey, Sarah, I'm going through this, and it's something that will make me look a bit weak, that's me being vulnerable with you. Yes, you can be vulnerable with a lady friend.
Okay.
and there are no strings attached. But largely it ends up to emotional attachments, which leads to other things, you understand? So for ladies, this is what I would tell them, that men want a woman who makes it difficult for them. Difficult in the sense that you don't allow him into your heart very easily. Because the reasoning of a man is, if I got it that easy, that means other men have the same chance to get it that easy. You know, like for example, if you meet a man today and within a week you're already sleeping with him, you can bet your bottom dollar your value has gone down in that 1 week from 98 to 8%. Not because he doesn't find you attractive, but the man's psyche is, if I got it this easy, I'm not Denzel Washington. Somebody else will get it the same. And if I marry this woman and maybe I go out of town, then somebody else has the same easy chance. But when a man finds it difficult to get into the woman's space and he eventually gets there, he will make sure he keeps her. But if he gets it very easy, and that's the truth, men will not tell the women this, but today I'm just spilling the beans. If he gets it that easy, then other men also have the same chance.
Okay. Yes. But I've had a couple of people actually do say that, you know, I met this lady and she gave me her 90-day rule. We had to wait for 90 days, you know, to pass, and then before we got intimate. And then after I got intimate with the lady, I mean, that was it. I mean, I was just chasing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
the fun was in the chase.
And that's what ladies must understand.
Yes.
A man is a hunter. When you look at a wild animal trying to get the prey, it makes a lot of moves and takes time and strategy. But when the lion gets the prey and it's bled to death, it starts looking around for another one. Now, what ladies need to understand is that a man is a hunter. The moment he gets what he has been hunting for, then the excitement is over. That is why let the man chase you until your wedding night.
Okay.
Yes. It's as simple as that. Let the man chase you, and no ringing, no tinging. That man will value you big time. And I'm not saying that there are people who are not married and they didn't get intimate before. I am not an advocate for being intimate before marriage anyway, but I'm just also being realistic that people are doing these things.
Absolutely.
But in fact, 90 days is too short.
It's too short,
Yes, and if you put 90 days, it's because you read it in a book by some comedian in America.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like it's part of the game. So ladies, the best I would advise is keep him waiting.
All right.
And I want people to understand something. When a man is in the dating scene, he's dating this kind of women. And then most of them, when they get married, they end up marrying the total opposite of the kind of women they dated. You understand what I'm saying? And sometimes people ask, of all the women you dated, why did you go for this one?
Yes.
Not realizing sometimes it's not in the outward look, but in what she did in secret. And that was to tell the guy, we're going to wait. I have values that I'm standing on. And that's why the man decided to go there. So he feels safe that because she has the right values, then my marriage is secure. Because men can share anything. The one thing we cannot share is a woman. You've killed our ego completely.
All right.
Yes.
But let's get more realistic because, you know, listening to you, you are talking to the people from back in the day.
Yes.
Getting more realistic and talking to the current generation. Is it even possible for the youngins, as they call themselves, to actually abstain until they get married? Is that possible?
It is possible, but you have been socialized to think it is impossible. Social media, clubbing, and all that kind of thing. And I'll say something that may make me get bashed, but it is fine. The reason many people are still single is because of this behavior. That's the truth. We have now a very high percentage of women over the age of 35, and these are the ones who want to get married. I'm a church boy. I see the great percentage of women over the age of 35 still trusting God for a husband. Why? It is because of these things. A man wants a woman who will keep him chasing. That is just the truth. You understand? And we have been socialized to believe, you know, these young people now, when you date for 7 days, it's like 5 years. It's like a presidential term. And day number 7, you want to have sex.
Oh, yeah. Like we've just met for coffee and then Bay comes
In fact,
Bay and Babe and, you know, the names change.
as long as there's coffee or a meal,
Yeah.
after dessert, you're in a long-term relationship. and women feel, the sad thing is that we've been made to believe if a man does not want to have sex with you after 2 dates, then the man doesn't love you. Getting together, this is too early for saying those words, getting together intimately is very quickly is not a sign of love. It will actually be the biggest sign of lust, you understand? Love is when I will respect your body, you will respect my body until the right time. But we have made people to believe coming together in intimacy is the greatest sign of love.
All right.
It is not.
Do you think that values have changed with time? Like what men used to value before and what they value right now is totally different.
360-degree turn.
Okay.
I'm telling you the truth. Even men nowadays, we are looking at hips, lips, and fingertips. Oh, those hips don't lie. Well, when she gets to 50, they will lie. Oh, they will lie big time. And we got to understand, yes, I'm not saying, but even me as a man, there are values I want in a woman, but the truth of the matter is that there are also things I want to look at. You understand? I mean, let's all be realistic. Whether you are a bishop or a banker, it's not just about the inside job, because as somebody said, we're not an X-ray machine.
Absolutely.
Excuse me. You want to look at some things that, like men will tell you, I'm a light-skinned kind of man, I'm a dark-skinned kind of one. Those things you cannot get away from. But those should not be the be-all and end-all. They should be a bonus of what you already have in as far as values is concerned. But the values have changed. Women want tall, dark, handsome, six-pack, six-figure salary. Well, but that guy with a six-pack would be using it to kill you. We see young ladies being killed. What for? Can you say there was love there? If you're going to just beat up your wife or your girlfriend for 4 hours non-stop, and you know very well she may go into internal bleeding, there's a problem. Maybe, and I want to tell ladies, don't get attracted by the suit. Don't get attracted by the car. Look at his character. When you go on a date, look at how the man talks to the waiters. Is he easily annoyed in traffic? Something small is honking and abusing people. If you see that, don't just get comfortable in those leather seats, because in your house, that will be you being beaten. It's the small signs. The problem is that because you're sitting in a big car, you ignore the small signs, which have very far-reaching repercussions. As long as the man gets flustered, get annoyed very easily in traffic, abuses or looks down upon the waiters and the waitresses, that is a character issue. I'm telling you, when you start living with him, after the honeymoon season is over, you'll be the punching bag.
Right. And the reason why I was asking whether the values have changed, it's because nowadays there's this current trend where, you know, men are now looking for more financially stable women. They're more comfortable being kept. They're more comfortable being house husbands as opposed to, you know, being the ones, you know, going out there to look for food and to bring home. Would you still say that we have hope?
As the ladies?
Yes.
The problem is that we are raising boys who have refused to grow up to be men. Now, I know there's a time where a man can go through a dark season trying to look for a job, and maybe the lady may step in. Nothing wrong with that. But the man cannot be just sitting, flipping channels, week in, week out, month in, month out, because the lady is bringing the bread home. You could be going through a season, and a lady by her own good heart will step in to cover your nakedness. But you must be moving towards somewhere. You must have a vision. That's why I always say a woman wants a man with a vision, not a television. You must be able to send all the applications, the job applications. You must knock on doors as you look. When a lady sees you're making an effort, she'll be fine. But you cannot be sitting at home watching football, Champions League on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday you're watching Copa or something, and the lady is just working day in, day out, and there's no effort. Don't blame yourself when the lady walks away. And the lady may leave you for a man who has nothing but a vision.
Absolutely.
Because women are intellectual. You must give them intellectual orgasms. And that's when they see your value, your short-term plans, your mid-term plans, they see you're moving somewhere. A small car like a Vitz with fuel is better than a Range Rover Sport without fuel.
All right.
It keeps moving.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well put. Okay. So I'm going to put you on the spotlight. Right now.
Why did I expect this?
Yes. And the reason is, I'd like to know, in your teenage years, what were you looking for in a woman? And as you grew older, were these things changing with time?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
When I was younger,
Yeah.
all I wanted was a light-skinned woman who was the most beautiful girl in the pack.
Yeah.
And every man wanted her.
Yeah.
So it was like a trophy that if I get her, I'll be the biggest kahuna. I'll be the best thing since sliced bread. Then you get older, you still maybe early 20s. You want still the woman who, when you walk into a club or when you walk into a room, every man is jealous of you and every woman envies your woman. You understand what I'm saying? When you get to the 30s, you start now looking for a woman who has values of a wife and a mother. Now you don't compromise. You can easily say, okay, fine, I like light-skinned. I can take chocolate or dark, but I would want these values more than the skin color. I would want a woman who has identity, and even if she may not have the hips, you understand? So the values start changing. When, of course, men get to 40s, they're now looking at a friend.
Oh, wow.
At a friend. Hear me and hear me good. Not necessarily a sex partner. A friend who at 55, 60, they will sit by the fireplace and still talk.
Wow.
Who at 60 will be going for their children's functions as proud parents. At 40 and above, it's not about a sex partner. Yes, it's important, but that's not the be-all and end-all. Is, can I grow old with you?
This person.
Yes. Or because I've seen men at 55, 60, and women for that matter, who are depressed and cannot go anywhere. Because the truth of the matter, if at 60 you don't have anybody, the chances are you may not have, because the older you go, your chances are limited. So you don't have time to maneuver. At 20, you allowed some mistakes. At 18, you allowed all mistakes. At 30, you allowed 3 mistakes. From 40, you're not allowed any mistake because your room to maneuver is very small. At 50, you can't even breathe, because the truth of the matter, if at 50 you lose your marriage, yes, there are exceptions that things happen, but to be honest, the chances are almost zero. So at 40 and above, you're looking at somebody you can actually grow old with and do things with, do business with. Yes, and enjoy
by that time,
other things.
The options are very limited.
Almost zero, to be honest with you. Almost zero. And I'll say things that maybe many people don't like saying. In the church, you'll be told, yes, don't worry, there's a person coming for you.
Absolutely, yes.
You'll be told that until 55. And then at 55, you start an NGO because there's nothing else to do. The truth of the matter is, the older you get, the less the chances you have. Let's just not lie to the people.
Wow.
You know, telling people what they want to hear is killing them or taking them fast into their door of death. You know, dead man walking. To be honest, if you're 40, don't act like a small girl. Don't start looking for a man who can take you to Naivasha every weekend. Don't. Because those are the things that you should have done at 20. Don't look for a man who will take you on a shisha smoking spree, not at 40.
Do you think that's exactly where we are going wrong? Because you will still find a 35, 40-year-olds, you know, who are still living their prime.
Yes, sadly.
Yes.
But also, in defense of the ladies,
yes,
is because also the kind of men we are raising are growing up in age, but not in maturity.
Right.
We are having 50-year-old people still wanting to go to take shisha with 18-year-old girls. They say that at 50, if I hang around with 18-year-olds, it will keep me young.
Yeah.
That is the biggest lie from the pit of hell. The one thing you cannot stop are taxes and age. You understand what I'm saying? You can stop corruption. You can stop this and that. Taxes and age you cannot stop. The truth of the matter, even if you wear jeans, baggy jeans and Timberland shoes, you are still 50.
Absolutely.
So stop wasting an 18-year-old girl's time. That is a girl young enough to be your daughter. So yes, the problem is that also we are raising men growing up in age but not maturity. So also ladies are complaining, where are the men? Yeah. And the men are reducing in as far as personal development is concerned. So then you get men complaining, oh, but these women are too powerful, these women are too educated, these women are so high in the corporate ladder. Well, you cannot blame them for trying to develop themselves personally.
Absolutely.
We say that the girl child has been empowered and the boy child has been emasculated. Well, we need to raise the boy child to be able to handle an empowered woman.
But whose responsibility is that?
Well, I feel that we do not have enough male mentors.
Okay.
You understand? Because you cannot be going clubbing and your mentee is also following you. You understand? It's somebody once said, what you follow determines what follows you, or who you follow determines what follows you. So we don't have enough people to mentor because we have broken men. We are trying to fix broken men that we have forgotten the young men trying to come up.
Absolutely.
So we are all taking our tools and apparatus in trying to fix broken men. And now that's where the women are confused.
Right.
And so women, I know, are hurting, but also women should also stop this thing of saying one man hurt me, all the other men are like that. Let me tell you.
Men are trash.
You just say they're trash.
Yeah.
At 45, you will take anything that comes.
All right. Okay. The one answer that I get from most men when I ask them what they're looking for in a woman, they tell me, I'm looking for wife material. Who is a wife material?
Well, even before you say looking for a wife material, are you a husband in the first place? You cannot want champagne and you have a changa budget. If you want, honestly, a queen, don't behave like a warthog. But for those who have the right value as a man, wife material, and I'll say it this way. Yes, we're in the modern time. But when you hear a man says wife material, he's looking for an old school kind of woman.
All right.
Yes, that woman who is not too demanding in as far as, why are you not liking my Facebook posts? How comes, who is this liking your Instagram? Yeah, that's not wife material in as far as man is concerned.
So a wife material is not meant to question anything?
No,
yeah.
But that should not be, because if you think a man will love you because he has put your photo on social media, then that man can cheat on you. Now I'll tell you these three things.
Yeah.
The three things a man wants, in order. Number one, respect.
Okay.
Number two, food. Number three, sex.
All right.
2 and
respect,
3,
food
and sex.
And sex.
2 and 3 he can buy. Number 1 he can't.
Okay.
Yeah. So
right, I just want to just hold it right there because I want us to take a very short commercial break, then come back and demystify all this. Actually, you brought up something very, very important, what men are looking for. And you said respect, food, and sex.
In that order.
The first two, you can buy them.
The second two, food and 2 and 3
food
you
and
can
sex,
buy.
you can buy them.
Number 1 you can't.
Respect, you can never buy it.
What love is to a woman, respect is to a man.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Keep on talking to us and let us know what you think about this particular subject. We are asking you, what exactly do you think men are looking for in a woman? What exactly do you think men are looking for in a woman? I'll be sampling some of your views on our social media platforms. That's Facebook, K24TV. Instagram and Twitter is @K24TV. We now take a short commercial break and then come back with so much more on this. Do not go anywhere.